people come in and they get in whatever line and they wait 2-3 hours, they wait. And then they get to the front of the line, turns out they're in the wrong precinct and they get sent somewhere else.
There were a few instances where the poll workers didn't know the actual rules for provisional ballots. I had to chase 2 people into the parking lot to tell them that even though their names didn't appear on the registered rolls, if they believed that they had registered, and the 2 that I chased said that they had registered and this was their precinct, they had the right to cast a provisional ballot, if they filled out the correct affidavit. The poll workers weren't telling them initially. They simply would tell them you're not on the registered list, and either were telling them they couldn't vote or that they were to go to the Franklin County Board of Elections downtown, which would probably be another 3.5-hour line.
Under Ohio state law, a voter has the right to ask somebody to help her in the polling booth, a person of their choice, as long as it's not a union official or their boss. And the lady that I was talking about asked me to help her, and I was over there. We were waiting for her to go in the booth, and I got thrown out of that ward because they said that the NAACP is a partisan organization. And I told them about that state law that allows the voter to have somebody with her to help her if she wants, and they said that I had to leave. And I think they called the police because the police showed up right after that.
It was a long wait. And then when I got to the line, I had to go to the other side because I was in the wrong district. The lady tried to tell me I couldn't vote. She had to call downtown and everything because she said I went in her line before 7:30.
I just spoke to one woman who spent 2.5 hours this morning trying to vote. Her name wasn't on either of the precinct rolls for here, and she was told she'd have to cast a provisional ballot. She didn't have time.
Yeah, and they told me they were 99% sure that I was over here and not across the street. But then when I got at the end of the line over here, I kept on bouncing from one table to the other, and then they told me I had to end up voting, for the
provisional.
She's just shown up again and says that she's not going to be able to stick around another 2.5 hours waiting to cast the same ballot she could have cast this morning. So if they're not going to let her sneak in ahead, then she's not going to cast her vote. What they will have to do is make sure that in fact you were registered at this polling place, at this precinct. If so, then your vote will be counted. If you were at the wrong precinct and cast the vote, then it will be discarded. You signed the affidavit for the provisional ballot?
The envelope and all.
Right. And you got a precinct officer to sign it also?
No. I had the envelope part and stuff.
Okay.
If you're here to vote, you need to get inside!
Right now!
Quickly!
Right now! Voters in! You better run!
Get inside. People who come in now really have to be running to get in line.
Coming in, that's it!
No, that was the evil empire.
She's been harassing us and voters all day.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Is she the Republican challenger? Or he's the poll worker?
Were you here to vote? They closed the polls.
Why is they closed?
Because they said they were going to close at 7:30.
There's still a lot of people coming, though.
There's still a lot of people coming? That's what we hear. Were you working till now?
Huh?
Were you working till now?
Yeah.
I'm talking about over there, right off right there.
Did you come earlier today?
Yeah, just I get off now the job, because I don't finish it from my shift.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. And the lines have been long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the morning is too long, and my shift is at 2 o'clock. We start at 2 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
Until tonight, too. So I asked my supervisor, I go to vote, so I get late.
Right. So you couldn't really get here earlier. Yeah.
No, who's she? That's Jennifer Goldstein.
Even if I'm not sure, they're not going to let me vote.
I got her. Yeah, I saw her. Hey, Tony. Tony, I see that right here.
I don't believe it.
I'm renting.
What happened?
She was in there and they denied her to go back in.
I couldn't go
You
back
were in earlier?
I've been in there since 5:30. I'm passed out. I'm a diabetic. I need to come to some air, so I came outside. If I'd have known that, I never would have came outside.
And now they've told you you can't get back in line. Okay. Are you up to it? Let me see if we can get you in the door.
Yeah, they told me they wouldn't let me back in, so
I'm going to try. Thank you.
we'll stay outside. No, you can't come in. I need to presiding judge is the only one.
7:42 p.m.
But how did I know that?
Nancy Gray.
It was my cell phone that used to you want me to take it out? Yes. Okay. Hi, sweetheart.
Yeah, her grandfather.
Let's go see Grandma. Okay. Bye-bye.
I can't do anything for her now. I'm sorry. I can't do anything for her. I cannot do anything for her. Nothing for her. All we can do at this point.
I'll see you once.
I'm sorry. Everything is hard, but I need to come back and sign the thing or my vote don't count.
Let's get it turkey.
I hear that.
I need to see Brandon. They just called me and told me to come back up here and sign the paper where my vote don't count. This is my baby. Yeah, make sure they let me in back to vote. Okay, thank you.